Hi everyone, it's Tammy and I am going to make a card and do a kind of a tutorial or a show and tell, I don't know what to call this, with you guys. I have a lot of little pieces around here because I have done some of the work of this card already. I used some die cuts that I have in my stash that are awesome, by the way. These are rectangular dies that I just really like, and they cut out rectangles to look like this, which I think are fabulous. I love it. So I have two each of the vanilla, this is very vanilla cardstock. I have two each of this, of the bigger size, and then I also have two of this, oh, I forget the name of it, crumb cake. Two of the same larger size of those, and then I have two of the smaller very vanillas that's going to layer on the inside like that. So let's go ahead and get started with our card. I want to make this a Z-fold card, which I haven't done in a long time, and I think it's kind of fun. And to do that, you need to take an 8.5 by 11 sheet of cardstock. This is in chocolate chip, and I'm scoring it at 5.5 inches. And then I'm also going to, I'll cut it at 4 1/4, but I need to score it at 2 1/8. So halfway, like halfway of the card, if that makes any sense. I'm scoring it this way. I hope that's right. Do. And then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. I think that is right. No, that's not right. Okay, I've totally lied. Ooh, I think I want to get a new piece because I don't know that I want a score line in the middle. Okay, hold on, stand by. This is crafting in real life, people, and I mess up. So I'm getting another piece of chocolate chip, cardstock, a whiskey. And I am going to score it at 5.5. And then I'm going to cut it at 4 1/4. And just pretend I did that with just one sheet. And I'm going to put this back because I don't need this one. Close my drawer, which is heavy with paper. And then I'm going to score it on one of these sides in half. So if this is 5.5, I want to score it at 2 1/4. So I'm going to 2 1/4, and I am scoring it there. So I have those two score lines. Oh, that doesn't seem right. Not even right. I'm going to leave it like that, but I did it wrong. So don't do what I said. Let's see. What did I do? I should have scored this in the middle. 2 1/2. It's 2 1/4. Oh, I should have gone 2 3/4. Okay, at least I know that it was just my math. Okay, so half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So that's what I did wrong. So score it again at 2 3/4. Goodness gracious, now that looks better. So you have half, half, and then a hole over here. And to score this, or to fold this, what we're going to do is fold it in like that, or up, and then down. And you can see it's a cute little fold like this. And I'm thinking I'm just going to do this one the same way, even though it's not as big. No, I'm not. You know what? I have that other piece, don't I? Let's just do it right. If you're going to do it right. I gotta find what I did with the piece. I divided it in colors, so I just find that color. Alright, so now let's score it at 2 3/4. And it's going to be like I never even messed up. So I'm going to fold this in and burnish it. And then I'm going to fold this one back and burnish it. So now I have 2 cards that do that. Yay! Hooray! So it's still an A2 sized card, and the only thing that I did differently is folded it in half this way. And you know what would have been smarter if I would have just folded it and then creased it, and because then I would have known that it was the middle. But you know, I like to do things the hard way sometimes because I'm trying to teach you guys, you know. That's why. Okay, I have in my card stash this cute chocolate paper, but I didn't have very much. I only had enough. It was like a strip of paper, I don't know how big, this big. And I thought, you know what, I am going to try to use this the best that I can. So what I did is I cut 2 pieces that I thought would go on this side, so it's not going to be totally covering it, but it's going to be pretty good. And then I might even use some Very Vanilla on the back of that, just to pop it a little bit more. I think I probably will, so I need to cut that. But then I had enough for one inside to be this, like that. OMG, that is so cute. But I didn't have enough for 2 if I did this and have that on this side. And you see this one's even kind of short in the whole thing. So this card kind of gets the jip. But I thought that it would be fun to put just a little slice of it here. And I thought, okay, well, let me put an inside in here. So then I cut some of this paper and thought I could just put that on the inside like that. Maybe I should line it with this color. And then I also cut another piece to line this one. So it can go in here like that. Which I think is cute. I think that's all right. I'm still kind of wondering though if I shouldn't have used the vanilla, because I kind of like the vanilla with it a little better. I think I do. Let's see. I know I do. You know what? I'm going to. So let me see. Did I have any extra vanilla up here? No. So let me get another sheet of vanilla out. So my Very Vanilla, where are you? Crumb Cake, I'm finding you all over the place. I don't need you now. I need Very Vanilla. Oh, here you are. You see, I didn't think I was almost out or anything. I have a few sheets left. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim this so that it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then I'm going to trim it so it's 5 1/4, just trimming 1/4 of an inch off. 5 1/4 by 4. And that's going to be the inside lining. I'm going to need that some more. So I won't really use this crumb cake, at least I don't think so. Instead, I'm going to use Very Vanilla. So sorry I'm kind of designing this on the fly, but I just liked it better. So there's that one, and I'm going to put Very Vanilla behind this. So I need 2 pieces of Very Vanilla cut at 2 1/2 by 4. So let's do 2 1/2 and 2 1/2 And then let's do 4. And that's 4. And I'm not going to have these measurements written down, but you guys can write them down as we're talking, or you can kind of eyeball it, and you'll figure it out too. It's not hard. Now this one doesn't have enough on the top, and I'm wondering if this does either. It probably doesn't. I think I might trim 1/4 of an inch off of both of these. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, that's way better. Okay, so there's that. So I'm going to start gluing a little bit, just because I know I don't normally like to glue until I have things stamped, but honestly this part is a lot of gluey, and then I do have some stamp to do, so I'll do the stamping. I'll do some stamping here in a minute, but let's go ahead and get the base kind of made. So I'm going to go ahead and put my Very Vanilla that I just cut, which again is at 2.5 by 4 for this Z-fold card. Oh, I have a blockage. I love this art glitter glue. Sometimes it does get a little blockage, but you can see how easy it is to fix. It's not a big deal. Unless, of course, you're recording a YouTube video where you want everything to go right and, it messes up on you. But that never happens to me, so I don't have to worry about that. What did I do with my other sheet of paper? Did I use that to cut this? What was I just saying about that never happens to me? Yeah, that's what I did. I was wondering why it was 4 inches. I was like, oh cool, it's 4 inches. Let's just go with it. So I need this to be 5.25 inches by 4 inches. Lordy, lordy. I'm blaming you guys, because you guys didn't tell me. You're watching. You could have said, hey, Tammy, don't use that one. That's for the inside of your card. But no, you didn't say a thing. You guys just kept your mouths shut, watching me fail. Okay, so now let's put this, let's get glue all over the inside of that first, and then let's put this down like that. And I'm going to go ahead and put this down on top. In the center. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this down on top in the center as well. Okay, so there's that one. And let's go ahead and get this one done. I put this down in the back. There we go. And then I'm going to put this down for no real reason other than I have it and it's kind of cute. Let's put that down like that. And then let's put down the other sheet of Very Vanilla. Zoom, 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 zoom. And the other chocolates. Chocolates, chocolates, who wants some chocolates? Me, please. Those do look yummy. Okay, so there is the base of our card. Super cute, right? So now what I need to do is figure out how I'm going to do this. So, oh, I had this for the inside. That's the reason that I wanted that, because I had the crumb cake on the inside, people, or I had the vanilla on the inside, and then I had the crumb cake on the outside with the vanilla on the outside, and then you open it like this, and it's crumb cake. And I don't think it matters too much. I think it's all right. So I'm just going to choose to leave it like that. So I am going to use these. Or actually, no. What I'm going to do first is just take some scrap paper. I'll use this with that cut out, which is where I cut these out from. And I am going to stamp the chocolates onto or into these little jars. So let me get my handy dandy stamp, and I want the chocolates inside the jar like that, and like that. And I'm thinking I'm going to use the aqua brush to color in these chocolates. So to use the aqua brush, I love the aqua brush. You just put a little bit of the ink on the lid, and then you can take the aqua brush, make sure that the water is flowing through it, and you simply color the point of my brush is kind of frazzled. So I'm going to do these in chocolate chip. Then I might even do let's see, how can I make those a little darker? I wonder if I went over it again. So let me just try that. I'm going to do this one and this one. And then I'm going to do, oh yeah, that makes it darker. That one. And that one again. And I don't know if that's a heart or a nut. And I'm just going to kind of lightly put a little bit of chocolate behind here, because you know that the jar is full of chocolates and not just what you see there. So there's that. And then I think I'm going to use a blue, like a really light, soft sky. Clean this brush off, and then use the soft sky and kind of, ooh, the brown is, oh well, that's okay. I'll just make it work. The brown from the ink is getting everywhere, so it really didn't do much for it, but oh well. I was going to try to make it look a little bit blue like it was glass, but now it's brown glass, so hey. It's my world. I can make it whatever color I want, right? I'm the boss of my crafting. Now, after some Kool-Aid, I do want to put a little bit of sparkle on here, like those have. But that means I'm going to have to let it dry, so let me do this last. Okay, so put those over there. Oh, and I put that ink away and I need it still. So in the chocolate chip, I am going to use, I have this little stamp set, and it says, being your friend is a treat. And I like that saying, so I am going to put this down here. Like that. And I want it over here, and I think I want it kind of crooked. Being your friend is a treat. That's okay, that'll be covered up. Being your friend is a treat. Ooh, I may have moved it. It's alright. If I did though, I could turn it over and use the other side, but the other side isn't as good with it being die cut out like that and all, but you know, I could have made it work if I had to, but it looks alright. So being your friend is a treat. So put that over there. And then I think that's all the stamping I'm gonna do. La-di-da, la-di-da, la-di-da. So I'm going to take this and glue it to the color that I never remember the name of, crumb cake. And I'm going to do the same thing to this one. Well, what is it, Fuzz? I'm gonna do the same thing to this one. And then I'm going to take some dimensionals. Put them on the back of the card. And I need one more little one, so I'm gonna take my scissors and cut the back or the border so I can get some little ones. And then I'm going to take this and I'm going to stick it over here. Oops, I want to be able to read the thing. I was trying to cover up that mess. So there we go. Being your friend is a treat. And hopefully it looks like little chocolates in that dirty jar. Oh well. You win some, you lose some. Being your friend is a treat. Alright, and then I want to put this on top like this. So I only want to put glue on about half of it. Just make sure that's how I want it before I totally stick it down. Yeah, that's pretty good. Stick, stick, stick. Stick, stick, stick. And I'm going to do the same thing with this one, and I am really contemplating my choice of colors on the inside. I think I want that to go down a little. There we go. Oh, well this one will be fine because it has that. Well, that's awesome. So then this one I want to go right in, right where this one is, so you can't really see it from the front. So to do that, I'm going to kind of This is what I'm going to do. This would make more sense. How about I line it over here. Line it up with it. And then close the card. Now I'm working with my brain. Oh yes, that is cute, cute. I love it, I love it, I love it. Even though it's kind of crooked on the inside. Maybe next time I will put this in first and then line this up to match that, because then I can make sure that this is a little straighter, because you can see it's awfully crooked, but oh well, it's working. So now this one is the one that I'm really contemplating whether or not I want to change the color or just leave it. And I'm just going to leave it. So I want to put glue on all of this. I mean, you can tell the difference because it has that cute little edge, so I'm okay with it. And then I'll line this up, and then I'll close the card. And then I'll see how crooked I got it, which this one is better. It's not as crooked. But it's so cute. I hope you guys are liking this. My cat is meowing at me. I'm sweating like a crazy person because it's hotter than Hades in here right now with all these lights on. Oh, and I am going to take my stickles in diamond. Fuzz, it's okay. And I am just going to do some glittery glitz however I feel like. This one kind of had a striped background. This one I'm going to give some little dots. And this one I'm just going to color the middle. And this one I'm going to color the whole thing. And this one I'll do some stripes this way. And this one I'll color the whole thing, I think. I mean, it doesn't really matter. You're not going to be able to see much detail with the stickles. So, you know what? On this one, I'm just coloring them all in. What the heck? There we go. So I will have to let that dry. And if you wanted to put like a bow or something on here, you could. But honestly, I think it's adorable just like this. Isn't that cute? Being your friend is a treat. Yeah, and I think it looks okay with this. Super cute. So I hope you guys like this. Hope you got to learn something, or at least you were a little entertained by all of my mess ups. But I appreciate you watching, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Happy crafting. Bye-bye.